Blade Week.
Happy Blade Week.
Happy Blade Week. I had a lot of fun watching this movie, and I'm excited to talk to you about it. My name's Daniel, of course, which I feel like if you're listening to this and you don't know who I am, congrats for trying something new. Like,
yeah,
right on you.
I'm Roberto. If you don't know that, that's in line with the usual, the norm of life.
Yeah. You don't meet a lot of Robertos.
I know a couple, but not often. I know like 3. They're all related to me.
Okay. Well, it's a family name.
Right.
But this is...
I saw you were getting confused. You're like, how can you meet a lot of them? But not.
Yeah. But this is the Bidet Boys podcast, a podcast where we don't really know what it is yet. But this week we watched Blade Trinity, which if you listen to the first episode, you heard us talking about, and it's as described, it's as advertised by Roberto on last week's episode.
It's amazing. I love Blade Trinity. It's one of my favorite shit movies. I have quite a bit of favorite shit movies. We could do a podcast. This podcast could be about shit movies, but I think there are podcasts about shit movies.
Yeah, there's a very popular.
We could just be another one.
Yeah, I mean, we were another wrestling podcast, so there's plenty of podcasts about nothing, which is what it was without that. But very fun movie. I have a question here. We've just been released of the Kendrick Lamar diss track. Have you heard? Have you listened? So fucking pretty savage.
Yeah.
Do you have somebody in your...
I don't have anybody in my life that I hate that much.
Okay.
To write like 7 pages worth of fuck you, no.
Yeah, in all different kinds of way, attacking every single facet of somebody's life.
No. I just think that, I don't know. Like, I don't know how we let Drake happen. But I also said the same thing about Nelly, and then we corrected it. So we let Nelly happen for a little bit, and then it was corrected, and we were fine. And then his bastardized child Drake comes, and he slid under the radar. And I'm glad it's Kendrick that's the David to the Goliath. I'm glad he's the one that's going to come and cut the head off the dragon and save the townspeople. Good for him. Yeah. Good for us. Good for all of us.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I could say I'm enjoying it. I just feel like Drake has exponentially gotten worse for me since my first introduction to him. It's been a downward slope of enjoyment.
Yeah, Drake's an acquired taste. And by acquired, I mean like you have to have just became 14 years old.
Yeah,
that's pretty much that's his jam.
It's kind of like how like fucking Mickey's, those little 40-ounce malt liquors are an acquired taste. It's that kind of acquired taste. Yeah.
Like, I've never acquired a taste for malt liquor. I don't think I've ever wanted to be drunk that bad.
Like, it's beer, right? Is it beer?
Hooray, beer! I just remember that commercial. Sorry. It's beer! Hooray, beer!
But what is malt liquor? Like, how is it different than like... Can you teach me about malt liquor, or do we need to go to the internet?
I can't teach you. I can tell you that it's an extremely strong product. I mean, absurdly strong product. But if you want to know about, like, weed, cannabis, the greenery, the good stuff, the ganja, the devil's lettuce, any of those type of things, I got you. I can tell you about that stuff. But alcohol has never really been my jam.
Okay.
There was like a real quick second where I was like a hipster and wanted to try all the craft beers, and I faked being into that for like a solid year. I was like, oh yeah, I love stouts. It's just disgusting. Like it's the most ridiculous.
Yeah, I since other things have entered my life, it's almost like irresponsible to drink. Like it's financially not responsible.
Yeah.
Like I've gone out with like
financially.
you go out with friends on a night, and if you want to have a good time, it's like $80. But you take an edible at the beginning of the night, you're
It's
probably
20
gonna
bucks.
like, yeah, and that's gonna be spent on
Just went to
food.
sleep.
Yeah, yeah. That's the only thing. Like, like halfway through, you're going to get uh, get the munchies. I had a video pulled up called "What is Malt Liquor." It's 5 minutes long, and I was gonna pull it up,
Let's see
but
it.
you okay? Okay, all right. I was like,
It's not 5 minutes, not the whole 5 minutes of it, but
Old English 800 definition is a alcoholic beverage with 5 or more percent ABVs, which is typically brewed with malted barley. It says
I love that he's
they
just reading
are,
from an iPad.
typically these are higher in sugar, corn concentration, along with the malted barley.
I kind of just
which
want to talk about
boosts
this guy
the
here.
overall.
So for
Yeah.
beginners, he's in a hotel.
yeah.
Have you ever been
Yeah.
to a hotel and you're like, I need to make a video and educate people on malt liquor right now?
What do you think his story is?
I
see a wedding ring, so someone loves him.
I think he just got left by his wife. Here's the story I'm going to paint.
He's got a wedding ring on.
He's not ready to let go yet. He used to have this channel where he reviewed like nice craft beers and everything. And this is the only normality in his life, so he's trying to keep that. But he's at a point where he's drinking malt liquor, so he's like, I got to do a video on malt liquor. Like,
it's just over it at this point.
Yeah, it's like it's all I can afford. I just need to get trashed the quickest here in my hotel room. But yeah, he's still talking. But yeah,
He's into it. Like,
at first I thought that was Matt. What if that's just what Matt Lauer's doing these days?
It does look like Matt Lauer.
What if that's why he's in a hotel room? Because like it makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I don't know how we got here, but we're here.
Let's talk about Blade Trinity.
Yeah, let's talk about Blade Trinity. This movie came out in 2004. It's got like a low-key, like fucking really stacked cast.
Also, if you're just before we start, you should take a shot of malt liquor every time we say Blade.
Yeah.
You'll be drunk in no time.
Are people taking
Blade.
of malt liquor?
Huh?
Do people take shots of malt liquor?
No, they just drink it straight. If you're brand new to it, you probably should.
Yeah.
You should probably calm down.
Yeah, so pause the podcast, go to your local corner store, grab you some Colt 45s, and
36X.
Yeah, Afro Man's coming to Greensboro.
Is he?
Yeah.
Not on time. The Migos weren't even on time. I don't trust anybody anymore. No one's gonna be on time.
So Blade this is the first time I've ever seen Blade. How much of the real Blade am I getting here? Like, is this like a shell of the Blade's former self, or?
Okay, all right. You didn't clip this, and I don't blame you. Like, it's not. It's like the beginning. Wait, how much do you have him dropping down from the elevator? I couldn't remember if the clip went that far. Okay, so when he drops down from the elevator, if you look at him then versus the first movie, he's falling off. I'll tell you why. Can you pull up a picture of Eddie Munster?
Yeah.
From the Addams Family. I think that's what he's from. What was Eddie Munster from? Yeah.
Yeah, the Munsters.
Yeah. Okay. Do you see his, like, they gave him, if you look at the first video or the first movie, his fade was super tight. Like, he got that cut every day right before he went on set. look at this. Look at this. Look at what they did to him. That's the Eddie Munster fade. And when he drops down, you can really see it because it hasn't been touched in probably weeks. But
Yeah.
so yeah, I would argue because of that, you're not getting Blade at his best.
Yeah.
Like
So
Wesley Snipes has he's beyond his prime.
has he been to prison yet?
No. Pre-prison.
Pre-prison Wesley Snipes. So
Yeah, this is 2004. This movie came out.
Yeah. All right. So I took notes here. We've got clips from the whole movie, which I think kind of accompany our notes. This was kind of confusing to begin with. My first note here, because it starts out with like kind of like National Treasure style, where they're in like this this pyramid, and so Triple H is in this as well. First note says, it says Triple H, and then it says, why are they at the pyramids? Because that's how the movie starts. I'm like, are we getting a National Treasure like style movie? And you've got the three like vampires. You've got Triple H, and then the twins, right? Or I don't know if they're twins, but they're siblings.
Yeah. So my first note was, I think it was a little past that. I don't know, but my first note is this one chick has legitimately forgotten how to walk.
There are times in this movie where it's like, I don't know if it's her character, but it seems like she's just like forgotten how to do a lot of things.
Parker Posey was like the only one that was trying to act in this movie. I was like, the only one that was trying to do her job was Parker Posey. I think after that was, why would you look directly into the sun, much less flip it off? And do you think someone did that during the eclipse?
Yeah, I'm
like
sure.
Just, like upset with their life and just flip the fucking eclipse on after directly looking into the sun.
There's got to be somebody out there that doesn't believe the sun is real. Like, like if you think about it, there's got to be at least one person that's like, the sun, fuck that. It's a big flashlight up in the sky that the government's controlling to make us all on here at a certain sleep schedule so they can control us and all this stuff.
So
somebody definitely believes that. So I imagine like on the eclipse is like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, you fucking fake bitch.
I think maybe she was just flipping it off because of the boots. Yeah. Somebody gave the boots to them right before they got off the plane. That's how they didn't know how to walk in them. Like, fuck you. Like,
is that on a planet? Is that like, or is that America? Like
where they were?
Yeah,
that was America. Okay. Or it wasn't America, but it was Earth.
Yeah, that would really. If space travel entered this equation, that would completely change things for me.
Yeah, that would. There's a lot in this movie that really could have been saved.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
But from there, we get Blade, and Blade's like, does he like? I guess he's just like killing vampires.
Yeah, that's his thing. He's vampires. I think his mother was a vampire. Something really fucked up happened to her, and so now he just like smashes vampires. We can walk in the day. It's never really occurred to me to even wonder why until this movie. Which, by the way, this particular movie is probably the worst in terms of how they reward your attention. Uh-huh. They really just take a big old shit in your nose. You're sitting here like if you're one of the types that really pay attention, like the little subplots and shit like that, then there's a lot that doesn't get paid off. Like And then one thing that is the payoff when he explains, oh, go fuck yourself.
We'll get to that.
Yourself.
But we meet Blade after this, and he's just kicking ass. I've got this is a note that I wrote. 5 minutes in, and 2 people are already on fire. We'll see a little bit of that in this first clip here.
CGI, baby.
So this right here. So I admit I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have, so I missed this part of the conversation.
I have so many notes for this entire clip. Like this shit, I hate it. I hate how like his teeth are too big for his mouth.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the first clip where we get to meet Blade.
So there's a lot I had notes for, which is that Blade probably caused around $2.5 million in property damage.
Yeah.
Just to save the city. Oliver Queen would never. And,
Yeah. Well,
and then also the funniest set your ass up. That was so random. So fucking random. Set your sorry ass up.
So
sorry ass up. I love that. I'm gonna say that shit. I'm gonna find a way to use that. Set your sorry ass up.
So what he's talking about is Blade is chasing this guy down and then he kills him, and the guy's like, "Ha, fuck you, I'm not."
We had that clip. My bad.
And right as the guy was dying, he was like, "Oh fuck yeah, dude! I just fucking ruined your shit." And then I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And then he fucking died. I was like, "How are you that happy?" And then you just die.
Just show it, because it's better when he does it. I can't even doesn't even do it. Dude, this music, the dun, it happens again at the great time. I won't ruin that clip. JD's got a gun. Wow.
You could tell his teeth are too big for his mouth just when his mouth's closed too.
I think that's why he smiles so fucking much in this movie, because his teeth are just too big.
Staked you with silver. Why aren't you ash?
Why aren't you smarter? Not a vampire, dumb shit! Set your sorry ass up.
Set your sorry ass up.
Just the way that, the way that Blade reacts, where he's like, "I think I might fucked up a little bit." Like, he's not mad.
Okay.
He's just like,
I'm glad you stopped right there, by the way. Like, I have a problem with all of this. How the fuck the Night Stalkers, right? How the fuck does nobody see them, the police, her again? Like, they are hiding in the most obvious spots above, like just looking directly down at these people. Like,
yeah.
I have such a problem with that shit, because I understand why they're doing that. They're trying to they're trying to do it so they can save money and get everything in one shot. But it's bullshit. Blade's a killer, but he doesn't know there's a dude over here to the left. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but
I feel like that's what he was looking at. I thought that at first, but it wasn't. He was just shrugging.
He was like,
well. That's really what he was doing. I was like,
he's just like,
right?
Sure at all. This is like his version of Garfield going, "Mondays, right?"
God, this is so weird.
Oh.
Set your sorry ass up.
I'm not a vampire, dumb shit. They have some of the funniest insult lines in this movie that are just like, I feel like the person writing it was like, "This is fun. This is gonna get us the Oscar." Like, and then when they actually are said,
my note for this one was, what a thing to say after someone just straight unalives you in what is essentially broad daylight.
Yeah. Oh. So
Okay. Now this next one, I think if it's the one,
yeah.
oh shit. Yeah, hang on.
Can I talk a little bit about Whistler though?
Yeah, that's what. Okay, yeah.
So we'll go into Whistler. So Whistler is fucking like truck driver
God awful.
Alfred. He like that is from what I can understand. Let me mute this while he works.
This message brought to you by Omigo.com. Omigo.com. Type in the code Migos and you can save 20% on your Omigo. Omigo.com.
We'll just leave it at.
They really need to honestly like sponsor us.
I looked into Omigo. Like my cookies are all up
Show
in that
them.
shit. Yeah.
Show them this.
But so it's his Alfred. That at least that's my interpretation of this. I've not seen the movie.
Yeah. So he like is the guy that helps him with his gadgets, his serums, his all that shit. Because like Blade still needs blood, but he doesn't feed on humans. So he has like a serum.
That was a question I wrote down here at one point.
Oh yeah, he doesn't feed on humans. He has like a serum that they. It's all in the first two movies, but like it's so much better to watch the third one just because of how stupid it is.
Yeah,
and
I wrote, "Is Blade a vampire?" And
yeah, he is. He's a walking vampire. No, but the thing I was gonna say about Whistler though is he wins the award for guy who's trying to act the least. Damn it, Blade! What are you doing? Like just like that. That's how he's delivering the. Can't you see what they're doing to you? Like, like it's
yeah.
It's sad.
That is like for anybody who's like a country music fan. That's Chris Christopherson. Like he wrote a lot of songs for like Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings and like a lot of people like that. So like he's a big name in music, and he did acting. He was in the original A Star Is Born, which is the movie with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. But yeah, it was weird to see him here. Like you could have gotten a Jeff Bridges here, and I feel like that would have made the movie a million times better.
Yeah, the dude would have been way better.
Yeah,
and more believable.
But we have this scene. More believable. So he dies. So we've got that going for us, and then he comes back somehow. I think, or is that a dream? I don't know. But this next scene is
Big Draco. That was Big Draco that did that.
Okay. We'll get to that, but we'll watch the scene and then we'll go from there. Little punks. That laugh.
Fuck you.
So badass, right off the bat. But like, scream if this hurts Chica.
I think that baby is used in a later scene.
Okay, I watched this on my phone, like at work. So like, I took a lot of notes.
It's an obvious scene. Like you'll definitely it's there on the roof. I think the baby's used right there too.
Oh,
it's just like the way he's holding it. It's just like it's just like a pineapple. It's so terrible.
That scene was funny though because it's just fucking the dude from Prison Break running through a building like fucking Reggie Bushing a baby.
That's another thing. It's like that's so weird. Like that guy to know like what he became later and then to go back and watch that.
I feel like that is this movie though, because like Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds, but he wasn't necessarily what he is now. Although it kind of seems like he's playing a worse Deadpool here.
Yeah, I have a note about that.
And then so Ryan Reynolds, Jessica Biel, Triple H, and then Natasha Lyonne, who really didn't. Or at least I didn't know about her until Orange is the New Black, and then she's gotten bigger since then. So like, maybe not as big of a cast back then. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I have a lot of notes.
Yeah, okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, so this next clip here, let me see where we're at. Do you have any other takes on this clip?
I have like, I don't know if you read the lyrics to Euphoria. I listen, but I also read.
Yeah.
It's about that many notes. Like I have about the Euphoria's amount of notes.
On just
Like,
the scene?
No, just this.
Oh,
just
this
this
movie.
Like
Okay.
the whole movie, just like the the whole Euphoria diss track
Yeah.
worth of notes. Just kind of ridiculous. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
figure out like trying to keep track. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let me get this in real quick because I am actually curious. Did Parker Posey do anything after this movie?
I don't know. I've heard, but there's also
Because that's right
Parker
above
Posey,
my
I don't know
Whistler's
if
god awful
that-
actor.
yeah,
I said Whistler
because
is
some
a
of my
god
favorite
awful.
movies.
I said Whistler is a god awful actor. He couldn't act any better if they promised him a new leg.
So she was in. Let's see. She was in the Superman movies. Superman Returns.
Okay.
She was in. Let's see. I'm trying. If I know, she was in one episode of Parks and Rec. So like, I don't think things really got better here. She was in 3 episodes of The Good Wife, 1 episode of New Girl.
So she's been working. She's
been working, but not at this level. Not at this level.
No, she hasn't been in a. I mean, this isn't really a high level in her defense. This is like the high caliber of film. She's just like, this is basically a fucking B-list movie.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
oh yeah, we didn't do that one part after he came back with Whistler. 2 things. This worked really good. That part was fucking hilarious, and just imagine trusting someone so much that like they give you some drugs that they didn't even make. They just told you that somebody else made them, and you just take them blindly. Do you have anybody in your life that you trust like that?
Probably my wife.
Yeah, I feel like my wife would be it. That's literally it. Not my parents anymore because, Triminic, the great
Yeah.
flavor.
happened tonight? How should I know? It was human. Getting reckless, Blade.
Really
Killing
good.
vampires is clean. The ash don't leave any evidence behind. Killing humans is messy. You better hope nobody ID'd you. This went really good.
And then he gives him medications. This worked real good.
So how many people had
Oh yeah, here we are. We got to the
Yeah.
greatest part.
Yeah,
Harry.
so fucking from Dexter.
I was curious if I was like, one of my notes is did Blade teach Harry the code? And then is this what Harry was doing before Dexter? Because it makes a lot of fucking sense.
So he gets arrested.
How
Here
many
he
people
is.
have you killed, Blade? 30, 40, 50?
1,182. But they all familiars. People who work with them.
Oh. And by them, you mean vampires, right? You can keep doing your song and dance as long as you want, Blade. It's not gonna play.
This is one of my favorite
We know
parts.
what you are. You're a stone-cold killer.
And you're sick.
Try to act.
Leslie.
Just try. Just try. How much do these people get paid for this movie? Can we look that up? How much did he just get paid to do that?
I don't know if they have those details, but I'm sure too much. This is my favorite, one of my favorite parts of the movie, though.
Killer.
And you're sick as fuck.
Sick as fuck.
And you're sick as fuck. Like, that's how you say it. Something's like, hey man, I just had this new burrito. It was sick as fuck. Like, you're not. It doesn't sound like you're condemning somebody for being a murderer.
It sounds like he just saw a really cool move in a half pipe.
Yeah,
that was sick as fuck. By the way, the doctor, the therapist. If you want to do this would be a fun thing. we could just take somebody from each movie and just go do another movie. Like, just keep jumping from character.
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah.
'cause that guy was great. Like, I mean, great in The Breakup, which is also another shit movie. Have you seen that?
No. Is it one with like Justin Timberlake and
No, it's got Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn. It's another one.
okay?
I don't know, but
Maybe
I'm
that's what
saying
we'll
like
watch next.
he was great. He's the perfect passive aggressivist in
Yeah.
great. It's a great
Yeah.
actor. So continue.
So we find out that like he gets, and then you find out after this that everybody's like a fucking vampire homie, right? Because they have these like weird tattoos.
Yeah.
So like they were doing a bad job acting because they don't actually feel that way because they fucking, I don't know. But this next clip is one of my favorite clips as well. Like one of my favorite lines in the movie. Parker Posey comes in here.
Hi, Blade. So glad to finally meet you. I am such a fan. I like your tattoos. Do they mean anything?
Right there. What the fuck is that? Is she like
It's bad acting, but like also
what?
if we could just for a second, dude. Trips
It's
is
fucking
massive.
yeah. I wrote that down. Here.
Golly, dude.
Uh,
Jesus.
Where does it say?
Bro is straight up men's health, like, of the century edition.
Yeah, never realized how big Triple H actually is. I wrote that down.
That's literally my
He's-
note here. Is Triple H was swole as fuck back in the day.
Yeah,
He's still swole though, but like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to see like it used to be, like he was actually bigger.
yeah, and he was like around people that are also big. He's not just around regular people. He looks like a giant. But she says, I like your tattoos. Do they mean anything? Stupid. What?
I thought she said I don't give a fuck or something like that. I thought
No,
that's what
she was telling herself, "Oh, that's so dumb. I can't believe you just said that." Like that's how she said stupid afterwards. Like, what? Is she like trying to impress him, or did they just like should that have been cut when she was like, "Oh, that was a dumb way to say that line," and they're like, "Nah, we're keeping it in." But she like,
there's a lot.
Are you tired?
There's a lot of moments like that.
"You're weak," and then she just starts stroking his chest really weird. Like that was a very weird way to stroke his chest.
Big ass teeth.
Look at this.
The humans around like pawns. We use them to flesh you out.
See, okay, can we stop real quick? I have
Yeah.
enough, right? It's oh my goodness, man. So Parker Posey's unneeded exposition about the use of humans as pawns is hilarious, but more importantly, also unnecessary.
Yeah,
That was right before my next note, which was
Yeah.
Triple H was full as fuck back in the
Yeah.
day.
Did they not think that like when he said, "I'm not a vampire, you idiot, you dumb fuck"? Like, did you think that we wouldn't get it when that line happens?
This whole interrogation scene like did not need to happen.
No,
Like
it didn't at all. It
it
was just there
didn't
for
at
him to be
all.
rescued.
they
Which-
arrested him so they could tell you. They arrested him so they could update you in case you haven't seen the previous movies. I guess
it was helpful. I will say it was
Right.
a little helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They do it.
from-
They do it another time. There's one other time they do
Yeah.
it, and it's Patton Oswalt. He does
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Which wild to see Patton Oswalt here. Love Patton Oswalt and his comedy and all that stuff. But so next he gets rescued, and my thoughts were is that Ryan Reynolds? Because Ryan Reynolds rescues him, but he's wearing like guy liner. So I couldn't tell if it was just somebody that looked like Ryan Reynolds or if they actually got him at this time.
My note was Ryan Reynolds bursting through the glass with the name tag "Fuck you" is so Ryan
Oh,
Reynolds.
that was... Is that like this like club's calling card? Because she had "fuck you" on
Yeah.
the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
That's their whole thing.
Yeah. So we'll gotta look.
Okay. We're fucked.
We're fine.
Yeah, this part, all of this.
Forgot my sword.
Right.
We'll be there soon.
Who the hell are you people?
Like, hold on, stop for a second. Stop for a second.
Okay.
Did we skip a scene here with the stop? This went to a different clip, right?
Yeah, so this is after the escape. Yeah.
Right. So when he gets the sword and there's all those police there, right?
Yeah.
Not a single officer announced their presence. Not a single one of them. And they all opened the fuck fire. Like there's like 30 cases of police brutality right there. Boom.
I mean,
Like back in the day, bro, like they was making police look like, you do whatever the fuck you want. Like no wonder everyone does whatever they want these days. They're like, what?
Yeah.
You seen Blade?
yeah. I bet this wouldn't have happened with fucking Buffy.
Yeah. And then also but we missed this one part where Ryan Reynolds gets tagged up against the wall by Triple H. He's just doing these little stupid baby punches while before Wesley Snipes like gets irritated or whatever. And then he proceeds to roundhouse kick this motherfucker through a wall. Like I think this is what we're in the car. This is where we're gonna be. So let me just Jessica, not Alba, which by the way, guys, I thought this was Jessica Alba, and it's not. But I already wrote Jessica Alba in all of my notes. And I'm not about to like change all of that. So I'm just gonna say Jessica, not Alba. I understand it's Jessica Biel. So Jessica, not Alba, is just like her dad in the movie, not trying to do anything even remotely close to acting here. What a weird or what a bold move to just casually admit to being a bastard. Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah.
He's hulking up. Kind of looks like he gets a little hard too if you look closely.
Yeah, that's odd. That was I saw that and it was just like I'm taking that to the grave. Like, bro, down bad.
Oh, what a sell!
But no, there's one scene I think coming up where she shows you that bow.
Yeah.
My note is like, we gotta get that shit to the Jedis immediately.
Right here's Afghan.
Whistler's daughter.
Is that the scene you're talking about?
No, they were walking.
Oh,
it was just him.
okay.
It was just him, her, and Ryan Reynolds. They was like towards maybe 38 minutes in or something, I think.
Oh.
Because you were watching the same thing I was. I think it was.
Yeah.
But either way.
Yeah.
No, it was just she was just casually admitting to being a bastard in the conversation.
So Dracula's in this. He's played
Big
by
Draco.
Speaking of Drake.
Big Draco.
So this is Dominic Purcell or something. Yeah. He played Prison Break. He's on like the in the Flash movie as Captain Cold or something. So he's done some stuff after this, but he is the big bad motherfucker. And you requested this clip, so I'll play it and then we'll let you talk about it. Which I get why you requested it. Okay.
So like, okay. So first of all, his name is Drake.
Yeah.
By the way, so I just don't understand. He's seen in the beginning. They show like these clips of him having like big ass fucking armor, samurai like up and
Like
shit
Lord
like
of the
that.
Rings
And then
shit,
Right. And then when he's like first out of the hole, after he just like shreds homie's head off, you know, breath probably atrocious, being asleep that long, but just
Yeah.
like pops up and whatever. And then he turns into this form. And out of all the selections that you would think, like, you know, you're an alien basically, right? You're
Yeah.
trying to mimic life. Why the fuck would you do a deep V?
Like the deepest V.
The deepest of V's. Like, why would you say, you know how I'm gonna hide just like this? Deepest of like basically cleavage for
Yeah.
years, not days, years.
I don't even think that's a deep V. Like,
Well, that's his titties are out. Like,
Yeah.
look at this man. His titties are out. He looks like AJ McClain from the Backstreet Boys.
yeah.
Like he looks like him, but just like a buff version of him. Look, listen, I'd say none of this to that man's face. None of this. But his titties are out. That's a fact of life. And he looks so like
Lost
serious
in it.
about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm sometimes you set him up for failure. So whoever was in charge of that wardrobe set
Yeah.
that man's great acting, because that was a
Yeah.
serious face,
Yeah.
but his titties was out. I can't take you serious when your titties are out. That's all I want to say. That's why I did that, because I was like, this is truly distracting. Like, this looks like cleavage.
Yeah.
And he wears it the whole time pretty much until he wears
Yeah.
like all that, like another deep V.
Yeah.
It's the white shirt though, but again, deep V's. Travolta has
Here we
wigs
go.
in his contract. I wonder if he has deep V's.
Sell vampire merchandise.
Love this scene.
Yeah. Look around. You might have a few things.
We've got Dracula lunchboxes. Did you see those? There's bobbleheads, keychains. We've got just about anything. Even vampire vibrators.
So vampire vibrators. I just want to say, like, this movie came out in 2004, and they were like kind of making fun of the fact that like that's something that exists. But after Twilight, I don't know if you know this, but there was a company that made an Edward sparkling,
Dildo.
yeah, like it was meant to be. Yeah,
No, we should figure out who that is and get them to sponsor us too.
yeah, yeah.
I'll sell that. I'll sell
There-
that on the internet.
There was like a period of time with podcasts where like Adam and Eve was behind like one of the main sponsors on just like all of the podcasts. Maybe we can get them to come out of retirement and
So we got to get like local. Like, I mean, just like make it really comfortable. Like super
Yeah.
local, so people know where it is. Just, like, know where we live. Like, oh my
There's-
god, these guys live over there in North Carolina. They're talking about the Adam and Eve up the street.
there's one I'll shout it out. It's called, I'm not going to shout it out from experience, but it's called the Phoenix Superstore. It's right off Glenwood Avenue in Raleigh, and I've never been in there. There's always cars outside of it, but it just says Phoenix Adult Superstore, and then underneath it just says Couples Welcome.
That's always nice to know.
Yeah.
It's
So
a happy marriage.
is there one do you think you'd walk in and like, are you guys together? Get the fuck out. Like, do you think that
My
happens?
sister. How dare you, sir? It's my sister. You're shopping for my mother. Creep.
Point me to the cock rings. So yeah, Phoenix Superstore. Please sponsor us. So yeah, this was just a wild scene for me. The dude that was eating the cereals, which is probably Count Chocos, right?
Yeah.
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 He definitely acted like he was doing his job.
Yeah. Also, I wrote, this is my note, and I just like this. I wrote just like this. Guys, listen. I write what I feel. I wrote, with all due respect, early 2000 goths are hilarious. Just all of it, hilarious. That's what I wrote.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It just-
Sorry
like
if you were
the
golf.
No, look, the Jinko phase.
Oh
the,
yeah, with the
the
fucking
encapsulate,
yeah.
like all of that. The Gadzooks phase. That was really my note for him. Is he looks like a Gadzooks mannequin. That's really what he chose. He chose
Yeah.
to look like shit in that store before he even knew about the store.
Amazing.
But no, I love goth people. Shout out goth people. But
Yeah.
like back in the day, those jeans were ridiculous, man. Especially when we were all wearing those chain wallets. We were all doing it. But that with those jeans, you knew you were gonna get suspended, and you fucking deserved it.
Fucking pieces of
Don't
shit.
know what's in those pockets. It could be anything in those pockets. You see how the world is.
So you mentioned this scene earlier. This is the gadget scene, like the James Bond gadget scene, and it's fucking like the terminology they use is.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The Jedi bow.
Gentlemen and hottie, we have a wide assortment of ass kickery.
HR.
Pleasure today. Electronic pistol comes in a variety of tasty calibers.
That's a spark plug.
Explosive rounds.
Yeah.
Right.
With a concentrated burst of UV light instead of your standard hollow.
Call them sun dogs.
I call them sun dogs. Hedges, supersize me, sweetheart.
I putting dogs
doing Ryan Reynolds shit.
They call them sun dogs. Like that just sounds like a fucking like Florida version of a corn dog. Like that's immediately what I think of.
This is how I know that we've all progressed as humans. When I watched this again, I watched this like when I was 14 or something.
Yeah.
So like when I watched it again, it clicked in my head. I said, doesn't he work with her? I'm like, you can't call her hottie like every fucking day. That's not okay.
Not at all.
So like that was my note. My note was just
Yeah.
HR.
Also, there's no way that guy in real life has the confidence to say that.
Yeah,
Ever.
no, for sure.
No,
for sure.
like
See, here's what I always thought though. In movies like that, where you see like the nerd that's wants to say that, and you're like, where does he get the? I've always imagined. I've just given them innately the default backstory of he's worked past that with her because they've had a heart to heart because he was really weird in the beginning, and so then she wanted to know why, and he just broke down. He was like, I'm weird because I don't know how to talk to girls and blah, and she was like, it's okay, you're my best friend. And then she friend zoned the fuck out of him, so it's okay that he calls her these names. That's the story I tend to give people in these positions, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all.
Because it's like if you have enough confidence to call her hottie, man, you have enough confidence to ask her if she's free on Friday.
Yeah, it definitely is not doing that.
Right.
But
and then also the respect, hopefully, that when she says no, let it be.
Yeah.
Stop calling her fucking hottie.
Yeah. Maybe it's just
because it's 2024.
Yeah, not too. This is 20 years ago. Isn't that kind of wild?
I know.
That's kind of scary.
Like that, we still wear deep V's like that.
Yeah, I don't.
But I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it. Everything he had on looks like it could come straight out of the closet today.
You could see that at a club. I could see that. Yeah.
Not Blade.
This little pea shooter. It's a modified version of the Army's objective individual combat weapon. Pick your poison, sundogs, steaks, heat-seeking mini rockets.
Anything that makes you
whatever
hard.
gets you hard.
What?
Pump them out. Of course.
What?
Doesn't
How does so he says anything that makes you hard, this puppy will pump them out. So like,
yep.
What are things that typically get people hard? Like,
I think he's referring to like people that love the big gun enthusiasts.
Okay.
Which I'm just generally not.
No. I think the people that are really big gun enthusiasts probably get off on some weird things that they're afraid to admit to themselves. But
I think they just I think it's one of two things. I think it's just they either just really like guns. It's like the same way that I used to really love super soakers when I was a kid, or they are really scared.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the two things. I don't think it's ever like, well, they're MAGA Republicans.
Yeah.
No, no. Pretty sure the right to own arms was before that, but
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Do you hear a little bit of an ASMR break?
Oh yeah. You gotta put it near the thing.
You didn't
put
hear
it
that?
Near. No. I'm saying put the fizz when it fizzes. Get the fizz and put it near the microphone so you hear the.
You don't hear it?
No.
I hear it pretty hard.
This is great content. Amigo.com. Type in Amigos. You get 20% off Amigo.
Yeah.
Amigo.com.
Diet Coke sponsors as well. Here's the rest of this clip, though.
The range of a sword. But,
God. Over here, we call this the UV arc. Whoa. Sorry. The 2 points are connected by a powerful UV laser.
Catch yourself thinking from here.
Yes.
This bad boy's half as hot as the sun and can cut through vampires like a knife through butter.
we're still trying to sort out.
I don't like how she just takes it to do the same shit.
Yeah, like she
just like takes it from him just to play with it too.
Yeah. Was
It's
this
just
what
not a toy?
Was this ever used again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she
I'd
let
love to
somebody
miss
the
that.
fuck up with it. That was
Okay.
what the note was like. We got to get this to the channels immediately.
Yeah. Oh, so they got the gadgets. They're preparing to go down. So the scene we talked about earlier, where they figure out that Dracula is Dracula. They kind of corner him. So he like breaks in somebody's window, steals their baby, and then starts running like O.J. Simpson through the airport in those commercials. And, like in the Naked Gun movies. Topical. Sorry for bringing up
It's
OJ.
chase scene. It's a lame chase scene.
Yeah,
But
so
it's
he's
cool.
like running. There was a part of it where they were like running up and down the stairs, and I was like, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen."
One of my notes was LOL at the Saber-Tooth Tiger Power Ranger jump Drake just did.
But
he comes off the car. That shit was funny.
but yeah, so they go through there, and then he like meets him, and he's like, "How can you be awake in the daytime?" And he's like, like I just got that Dracula magic. I'm like the first one of these bitches ever.
Yeah, I'd love to get to that part.
Yeah.
I'd love to get to that part. In fact, I've been waiting this entire podcast to get to that part. This is going to be a bit of a rant.
Okay. So let me try to find it then so that I can.
Just so you guys know, this movie's about 2 hours long. For about an hour, they've all been trying to figure out why this motherfucker can walk in the sunlight. And I mean everybody's been trying to figure it out. Been looking for Big Draco so they can ask him this damn question. Woke his ass up to ask him. And he told you the answer.
Careful, Daywalker. I've been told about you, your weakness for humans.
Why'd you kill Vance?
It outlived his purpose. He died a good death. Quick. Clean.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
You will.
How were you able to survive in sunlight?
Haven't you read Stoker's Fable? I was the first vampires. I'm unique.
So that's why they brought you back.
Of course. They believed through me they could become daywalkers. Look at them down there, scurrying around like insects. They don't know anything about honor.
It's like
or living
Succession.
by the sword. Not like you and I do. Do you think they could ever grasp what it means to be immortal?
You're not immortal. I must have heard hundreds of you rodents make the same claim. Each one of them have tasted the end of my sword.
Perhaps I will too then. But I think it is more likely the next time we meet, you fall for mine.
Do you think he needed to do the backflip to make that baby catch in time? This is my favorite
for
part.
sure.
This
So
is
important.
one of this was the next clip, but we'll just let it play from here.
Kuchiko.
Did you see that guy? We're gonna lose.
And we'll watch it again.
That's
'Cause,
terrifying. Either way, I don't know if you guys heard that, but the answer to the fucking question is he's unique. He's
yeah,
perfect.
yeah. He's just
How does he do it? I don't know. I just fucking do. Honest to God, like the whole point of the movie is we're trying to be like Big Draco.
Yeah.
How do we be like Big Draco? You can't.
It's just
It's
him.
just me. Okay, cool. So our little subplot is non-existent. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, cool. So what's the next hour of the movie? Just Blade hunting you down and fucking murking every last one of you individually. Oh, great. Yeah, fucking D minus, 1 star immediately. Immediately. Why would I watch this? Like, I hate that part.
Yeah.
I hate that part. It ruins the movie. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I can't show you because I can't turn my own computer to my computer, but that is where my notes stopped. I just remembered the rest of it from there. I was like, fuck. I felt the anger all over again.
Yeah. But we do get this part right here. We do get this though.
Yeah, that's great.
Gucci Goo. You think that was like an improv, or you think that was written for?
I think that baby shit its Pampers. That's the most terrifying thing that shit's ever seen in its life. That baby grew up to be like
It got chucked like fucking Tom. He threw that baby like Tom Brady.
And baby grew up to be Chucky Finster, just scared of every single thing because this fucking thing said coochie cootie.
And then he just jumps off the building with it.
Oh man, but I don't know who wrote this fucking movie, but fuck you. Honestly. You guys really wrote it in. Like, you guys really just wrote that one out.
Yeah.
Wrote that in.
And just to go back to more of the script work, we have this next scene, which is.
I should have ripped his.
Oh, hang on. Just
This is.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I have notes about this one. My notes ended there, but then there were notes up at the top about this. I think this clip came before that.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. This scene, I feel like should have a trigger warning for people that have experienced like a general abuse.
Yeah,
because
I bleeped part of it. Yeah.
You can watch it and you just tell me what this poor woman did wrong. I haven't seen her do shit wrong the whole movie. And just like, okay, go ahead, play it.
Chance. We had Blade. We had him. And
Yo, that's DV, bro. Oh my God, that's DV. That felt like DV. I watched that.
Like,
I feel uncomfortable.
She went out of her way
like,
to do that. Like
that one.
Like that was not an easy kick.
That woman's not been in any other scenes.
Yeah.
We had Blade.
She hasn't done.
We had him.
Anything.
And don't tell me I told you so, Asher.
What's wrong, Half Pint? You need a timeout?
Blow me.
Their relationship's really weird.
We got caught with our
Because she just got up and took it.
Hands down.
It's like one of those the fucking non-player characters that you can just beat the shit out of in video games. And they just like get back up and start like raking their lawn again. Like that's exactly what just happened here.
I think that girl like had an extra part and then like she's an extra but walked up and was like, I'm gonna give my character a deeper story. I want you to hit me. God, Lee girl. It's like
and just the kick itself is
violent.
It's amazing. It's impressive as the kicks go.
By the way, the
had
arrow was
Blade.
funny too.
Yeah.
We had him.
Okay, we're getting gratuitous with that one. We can't play
last time.
Anyway,
Last time.
no, but I was thinking that
We had
this arrow.
Blade.
Yeah.
We had him.
Okay.
The guy just like fumbles over to help her too. It's
And
so
don't
funny.
tell me I told you
It's
so,
so
Asher.
What's wrong, Half
It's not
Pint?
funny,
You need a
but it's so-
timeout?
Blow me.
We got caught with our pants down.
Pants down? They pretty much fucking us.
Oh, you loved it.
Has he been told?
About your failure.
Another DP.
Yes. Maybe.
So for those who have heard us say like all kinds of swear words, and then to hear something bleeped, you can only imagine that it was
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
It's pretty wild.
A wild time. It was a pretty wild thing.
I don't know if that was worse or Katie Vick was worse. I don't.
I'm gonna be honest. There is probably 0% chance that I have ever signed to the WWE, but on the 0.00001% chance that I could be, we're bleeping that one.
Yeah.
We're bleeping that one.
There are some movies
shit.
that you rewatch and you hear some of the language that's said. You're just like, oh, if that
That's
happened
a
today.
good podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
We go back and rewatch like very problematic movies.
Maybe.
Try to correct them as best we can.
It's time I joined the game.
All right, so we're getting here towards the end here. This is just a fun line we'll play.
Can't tell you, they'll kill me. Kill you, motherfucker! I'll kill you.
I just really fucking love that.
I feel like some of his shit was like improv, like true, like Wesley Snipes. The person
that felt like Blade way more than anything else he said.
It felt like him, like Wesley Snipes, not knowing what the character was supposed to say. Just be like, motherfucker, I'll kill. Like just being like out of character. Like why would that be your motivation?
So they're visiting this weird like blood farm. Like it's like some weird like it's just there's like little medical bags with humans inside of them. And
it's pretty wild.
Yeah, it is pretty wild. And
this movie gets pretty raw towards the end.
I don't know if I paid as much attention as I should have here. I don't really know where that paid off. Did that get blown up, like the building?
I don't think it got blown up. They became vampires, I think.
Okay.
I believe.
Then we'll So I just want to point out like some of the names in this because we're getting here towards the end. Triple H's name in this is fucking Jarko Grimwood. Yeah. Is that not the wildest name you've ever heard?
Dana Talos or something like that. Danica
Talos.
Yeah, there's also wild names.
But just Jarko Grimwood. When I heard that,
right. So you hear all these names, right? Very elaborate, very well thought out. Drake.
But this is
Big Draco. I love it.
But like this is like we're looking at it with Drake colored glasses because like how do we start this out? We were talking about Drake, so like when we hear the word Drake, we think of fucking Drake. Back then,
I still think just that's a very
they could have
not mailed it in. If this movie is one thing, it's mailed it in.
Yeah, this next scene though, I don't know if this was mailed in. This is like two scenes put together, but we'll just watch.
Yeah, this was gross.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
Good dog.
What the fuck?
That dude is just unhinged.
His name's Pac-Man. We've been porting the vampire gene into other species. Experimenting.
You mean a goddamn vampire Pomeranian?
Yeah.
This dog dies, by the
Well,
way.
that depends who you ask, because clearly
all of the dogs die. Actually, they like.
And when the fuck did you see my dick, fuckface?
Ow!
Yo, that shit right there, that hurt his soul.
Fuck.
You can tell that hurt.
Fuckface.
Ridiculous.
That hurt his soul.
Yeah.
That shit'll get you a damn Louis Vuitton across the face, sir.
Yeah. So he just said that he farted and it was garlic and it was silent but deadly. So we're at now. So do you have any other thoughts on this? So they kind of have like this final boss scene where they like show up. Everybody gets like super like geared up. Like it's like a typical like we're gonna go get the bad guy scene. There's fighting, there's action, but there is a point where he gets there are 2 big dogs in addition to the little dog that are vampires, and he just fucking like tricks them, and they fall out the window of a very and they show the let me find it. They show the entire descent of the dogs falling down. Oh. What are your thoughts on the interrogation scene right there while I go through this? And also, you said you had a lot of notes. We haven't even talked about Natasha Lejeune, the like scientist lady.
Yeah, right. Okay. One, how is she using the computer? How does she know?
Yeah.
Like, I understand you can use keyboards have braille. People lose their sight later in life and still have known how to use a computer prior to that. I understand that. I don't think that's her story. I think she's been like blind her entire life. Second question. You just got your ass beat and your kid might be dead, but like you had time to go get your sunglasses before you recorded the video to tell them you were the kid. Like you couldn't let him see your eyes. Like that was a little weird. Also, how is she how is she synthesizing shit? Like, how is she doing these things?
Let's not be ableist here. Like blind people can kind of do anything they want to do.
For
like,
sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it does seem a little wild. Like that, like how do they get the resources for all of this, first off? Because it feels like they're pretty like grassroots organization.
Date old men. Ryan Reynolds really said that. Remember?
What happened?
Wesley Snipes, how they get the money for all of it?
Yeah.
It was a joke, I think, but because Wesley Snipes said, "How do you bankroll this operation?" And Ryan Reynolds said, "I date a lot of old men."
Oh,
that was in my notes too. That was funny.
That's amazing. That's amazing. But
no, she reads. She has braille on her keyboard.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, how does she know where the windows opened up to go and get it, to do anything?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like open something up and not necessarily know where it's popped up at.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of questions that I have for her character in particular, but mainly about like, how did you go back and get the sunglasses after you got your ass beat and killed? That was weird.
Well, maybe she recorded it earlier on. I don't know.
Also, I'd like to point out this man got his titties out again.
Yeah.
It's a thing in his contract. So it's got.
He's like, if my nipples aren't out, I'm not doing.
Chest needs to be shown at all times.
All right, so here's the dogs. They've got that weird mouth, so I guess it's okay.
Looks like my dog's when it's time to eat.
Like they just those are dogs. Those are dogs. Yeah.
Part where he just smacks his shit and falls right back where he came. That's pretty funny. I like that.
Hey, Dickface, you seen my dog? Have you tried the lobby?
Classic Ryan snark there.
Ryan Reynolds.
All
right. What did you think of this movie, man?
Oh, we've still got this last one.
Okay.
So they have their final boss battle. They kill all of the vampires, but this is now a quote that I feel like I'm going to be saying a lot.
Yeah. Ready to die.
I was born ready, motherfucker. Motherfucker. I like that.
That was the first thing that you texted me to when I told you that I had watched it. You're like, motherfucker. I like that. Oh.
Dude, it's the greatest moment.
Yeah.
Like, it's all of this movie. I think the way you know if a bad movie is good is if you'd watch it again.
I would, yeah.
I gotta say, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I obviously did, but
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the first time.
Yeah.
I got more annoyed.
Yeah. Yeah. I seeing it through the first time eyes. I feel like I watched it on my phone like throughout the day. Like, so
yeah.
I didn't get to watch it from beginning to end, but I feel like you have a night where you take a little bit of like a gummy worm and you just watch this movie. I think it's probably a good time.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what you have to do to enjoy it. Like, I don't think I could sit like on a. I don't think I could watch this while the sun's out. Let me just put that way. Like,
yeah, I had to actually do that.
Yeah,
just sit there during the sun's out and watch it in parts.
So did I.
But even in that way, like it was, you're able to stay with the story a little bit better. But
yeah,
that's why I'm saying, like, when he just basically said, like, because I can.
Yeah.
Like, how can God did? That's essentially God did. That's what he said.
Where did the dinosaurs come from, Mom? God. Way to stifle any like exploratory nature of your kids. Yeah, this is Bidet Trinity. This was fun. I think we might be onto something. There's a movie I nominate. It's called Stolen, and it is basically Nick Cage's version of Taken.
I'm so happy to make just Nicolas Cage movies forever.
Yeah,
we can just review Nicolas Cage movies once a week. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I don't all of them. I've seen most of them. I'll watch them.
Yeah,
again. All of his are good.
Yeah.
So we want to do Stolen.
Yeah, let's just do Stolen next for that.
Let's do Stolen.
But yeah, this was Blade Trinity. I had fun watching. It wasn't like I've seen movies where like it's just bad and you turn them off.
Yeah.
So this wasn't one of those for me.
Yeah, this one you could. I'd watch it again if it was on TV.
Yeah. I would put it on the background and fold laundry.
It's a good background movie. It's a good background movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's do Stolen. But we need to come up with like a rhyme or reason. Is there someone from Stolen that was in Blade Trinity? We'll look it up.
We can find out. Yeah.
But we have to find a way to like, because if we just pick movies that we like, or no, I'm gonna start picking movies that I think you'll hate.
Oh, don't do that. The tagline for this is 12 hours, 10 million, one kidnapped daughter, stolen. 2008 or 2012.
Oh yeah,
I don't think
here for that.
Yeah, I don't think that there's anybody that's a crossover in this, but
it's okay. Nicolas Cage is a crossover and everything. He is a vampire.
We could always go to a Nicolas Cage movie. How about that? Like that's our
Nicolas Cage. He's a vampire, so therefore, there's the connection.
Yeah. Have you ever seen? I think it's like the Seasons of the Witch with him, where he's like a medieval, and they're like these medieval knights, and they're just like walking around. For some reason, they just do Brooklyn accents. The entire movie. That might be a good one. But yeah, this is Bidet Boys, which may be a movie podcast now. But
could be.
But yeah, I enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to the next one. If you have a suggestion, you can comment, smash that like button, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Please.
Amigo.com.
Yeah. What's a movie that you think people that you really like, that you've watched recently, that you think people should check out?
That's on the spot. There's nothing new that I've watched. I watch a lot of black and white movies. I'm really weird. Yeah, I love those kind of movies, man. There's something about it. I know that like most of the time periods they're made in, they would not like me, but
yeah,
I do like their movies. But I would say, let me see the movie. Let me figure out the name of it. It's God. Anyway, there was maybe somebody will remember it once I talk about it. There was a movie, an older movie, where this guy was very much into it. He was losing interest in his wife, and he started to go and try to see this other woman. And it's kind of like a Korean Topanga thing where they weren't like they didn't quite go all the way,
Yeah.
you know, but they kind of went close enough to where it was a little uncomfortable. And he was gonna go all the way, but then he started to notice that his wife was having all these people over, and there would be like this car there, and he hired a private investigator, and he found all this stuff with her and this man, and in the window and whatever, and ended up being that the guy that she had went out of town and basically Airbnb'd the house, whatever that was back in the day, holiday exchange, and so the person from overseas came there to their house. And so what he was seeing was that person having parties and that person hooking up and that person doing all that stuff, but he thought it was his wife. And so he left the mistress thinking that his wife was like, because he thought his wife was boring. And I was like, oh, she's super excited. She's got a whole affair on. Like, she's in demand. And it's just really great because she ended up leaving him. It was awesome. I can't remember the movie, but
yeah, let us know.
I would say just a good movie that anybody should watch. Shit, go watch Brian Simpson's stand-up. That counts as a movie. That's great.
Okay.
Brian Simpson on Netflix. His stand-up's really good. I would go watch that. That's something I watched recently that was amazing.
I'll check it out. Brian Simpson.
How High? That's
How
always
High,
a good one.
Yeah.
How High's a good one. Half Baked's always a good one. I'll give you all those kind of movies.
Pineapple Express.
But yeah, Pineapple Express is a good one. Pineapple Express depends on your mood because it has a sad part.
Yeah.
You could have
like movies.
you can have frustrating parts, but not sad parts in stoner comedies.
Yeah, I don't like sad parts in any movies. Like, I don't like the part of the movie where something has to be wrong so it could be right again. I hate that part.
Yep. I wish it was just great all the way through.
Yeah.
I would make a movie where nothing happened, like nothing bad happened.
Yeah, it's just
a
good
great
vibe.
life from start to finish.
He meets the girl, they're happy. Nothing. Because that is a big bummer for me. Because you can always sense when it's coming, and you're just like, I'm not about to enjoy this next part of this movie.
Well, next one's going to be Stolen. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
That opens the Pandora's box of Nicolas Cage movies. We should just ask our wives. Ask them for movies.
My wife might fuck with me, and we'll be watching like some weird shit. But I'm
right.
down.
Me too. Yeah, but no, we'll do Stolen first, and then we'll outsource.
Yeah, we'll let other people pick. But yeah, this is
Drop in the comments.
Smash and like. Yeah.
Drop in comments. Smashing lights, drop in comments, smashing likes, drop in comments, like and subscribe.
Yeah, like
Omigo.com.
If you like wrestling, there's a lot of wrestling content available to you with BadPantsMedia as well.
Indeed. Good Guys, Bad Pants. That's a good Live, Laugh, Lariat. That's a good one. I hear.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid.